Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Rico2Smoove in the building, man. I got Pops with me. Ooh, ooh. And today's special guest is Rico2Smoove. What's going on, gang?
What's up, my boys, man?
Chilling,
Rico2
bro.
Smooth. We've been in contact. We've been trying to make this happen for a minute, but you know how it is. We all busy and stuff gotta happen.
Hey, nah, straight up, my bad, man. I be moving and grooving, and now you know what I'm saying. I had just dropped off my boys, so I'm kid free. I ain't got no kids in the back and no extra
Yeah.
shit. You feel me?
Nah,
Damn.
yeah, I know you got 3 boys, right?
Yep, three of them.
Yeah. So what's the ages?
I got a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and a one turning two.
Dang, I know that's a lot of work, probably, right?
All boys, man. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of work, and they get a little annoying because they don't sit still, but they're
Hey,
fun.
straight up. Hey, I can't blame them. I used to be like that too. Shit.
Yeah.
And they drain your bank account. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you telling me?
Nah, for sure. All right, let's start from the beginning, then, right? You want to start from the beginning?
Yeah, we like to start from the beginning on Jeremy TV. So, what was your introduction to hip hop? Like, what was the first song, or what was the your first time you got introduced to the whole music part of hip hop? Like, you were like, oh shit, I like this.
I think if it's, I think it would have to go all the way back to like listening to like and my mama and my uncles and everybody at the barbecues. That a hip a hop a hip it to the hip it to the hip. That's the
Oh wow.
first actual hip hop song that I heard where I
Yeah.
was just like I like the beat. You know what I'm saying? I was just like nodding my head, like, okay, you feel me? And I would just try to spit my own little raps, you feel me? But then I got introduced even deeper, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. I started going into a dude named Immortal Technique. He's more like a, storyteller, you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
From
I'm
out that way in
familiar.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
So, it was more people like with the storytelling thing. I like the storytelling of it. You feel me? Because I felt like it's a way of expression. You feel me? So you could express yourself through your words. So I was already infatuated with that simple fact right there alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes all the way back to that old school.
Yeah, yeah. That was a
That old
that was
school
a
shit.
Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang.
See, come on, Pop. You
Yeah,
already
yeah,
know what time it is.
yeah. My mom actually bought that record. My mom had that.
Word?
She bought that record.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Because that's an interesting time with
See,
hip hop.
that's
Yeah, yeah. We're on the same page because I fuck with Biggie. I love Biggie.
Yeah.
Tupac, obviously. And Immortal Technique is a legend. I want to say, I don't want to say underground legend. He's more independent legend
Yeah.
because he always says F the
yeah.
labels and all that.
I also too like I would have to say too like because a lot of people like somewhat overlook him out here in Cali, but when Tupac first started out and he had the outlaw and he had people from New Jersey up on this shit like Gaddafi and
Gaddafi,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
forth. You know what I'm saying? People didn't know, like people thought just because Pac represented the West Coast so much, they didn't know that he had ties back out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why he made sure that he always put his New Jersey folks on there to do their thing. So
Yeah.
I respected that too. You feel me? Like I'm a real artist when it comes to it. I like music.
No doubt, no
Not
doubt.
for
That's
sure.
pretty dope. So, what was your? Has your name always been Rico2Smoove, or what was your first hip hop name?
Uh, yeah. I think it was. Yeah. It was Rico Too Smooth.
Okay, okay.
Rico. Rico was just like a little my childhood name. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that was natural shit when I was like probably like 11 years old. Growing up through the hood. You know what I'm saying? My godfather, which is my Nino. He would name me that. You feel me? He would say Rico or Rican or Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that.
Yeah.
You know. Come
Nah,
on, man. I got that type of hair.
yeah, for
So I
sure.
was I was like I stood out a lot. You feel me? Especially amongst the more majority, which is Hispanics. You feel me? So my Nino would call me Rican, Rico. It all transformed. But when I got out of CYA, that's when I was like, man, I'm taking this music shit serious. And I said I gotta have a dope ass name.
Yeah.
So I said Rico what? And I like the Rico2Smoove because people used to be like, Rico, oh, you a
Yeah.
Rico2Smoove ass nigga. And I was like, nah, that's I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't with that. I was like, nah, Rico too smooth, you feel me?
Yeah.
So somehow nigga that shit just stuck.
No, that's what's
Nah,
up.
I think we should take it back though. I want to talk about like your upbringing and stuff like that. So like, you were you born and raised in Sacramento, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So you always been in
Yep,
Sac your
yep,
whole life, huh?
yep, yep.
Yeah. What
I was
part?
born out here in the
Yeah.
hospital, everything. You feel me? Me, I ain't gonna lie. Since a jit, me and my mom, we was like moving from spot to spot, so we done
Yeah.
lived all through Sac. You feel me? That's why a lot of the times, if you listen to my music, I always give it up for Sac as a whole,
Yeah.
as far as not just representing my section, because it's my city. I really have lived everywhere. I went to schools all around this motherfucker. So, I show love to those sections, you feel me, as a whole.
Yeah. Especially I noticed on the fake caption song, like you shout out every section and every city,
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So that was what's up.
Yeah, that's what that was for, man. It was
Yeah.
just to let people know, what I'm saying, unifying each other too. Also when a lot of shit be going on around the city,
Yeah.
it had a bigger message to it.
No, 100%.
That was pretty cool though. You bringing the unity amongst the community. You know what I'm saying? That's super dope
Yeah,
because
yeah,
a lot of people just think like negativity sells, which it does. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We like violent movies and we like all of that stuff, but you bring that that energy, like that's so needed. You know what I mean? Not only in Sacramento, I think throughout hip hop, because I think a lot of people
exactly.
are raised like normalized with the violence. Like that shit is not normal, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
not normal. Yeah, it's not normal. I always go back at it, like when I was younger and I was in YA during my incarceration, I did a lot of self-educating, so I educated on my history, which is the Black Panthers, the revelations going on back then. Uh uh Che Guerrero, I looked up him, Emiliano Zapata, many revolutionaries, I just like the stories of it because it always talked about, bringing some type of unity amongst each other to go against something that was unright or
Yeah.
unrighteous, something considered unrighteous. So when I was young and I was in YA, I gravitated towards that type of energy, where it's like more like, man, we need each other more than anything,
Yeah.
and this is besides my gang affiliation because I've always thought bigger than gangs itself. I think of us as a people as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So I always had that like, drive in me where it's like, we need to fight together, we need to be together, and that's the only way we're gonna advance type of shit. You feel me?
Yeah. But did it ever hit you like when you're in CYA, right? It's called CYA, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did it
yeah. It's
ever?
CY. I'll be saying YA for short.
Yeah. Did it ever hit you like we don't beef in here, we beef on the streets? Did it ever hit you like damn, like is there a point of beefing on the streets if we're cool inside the prisons or jails?
Well, CYA is a different politics. So you
Okay.
feel me? You can even really like compare that shit to the CDC. It's a whole
Yeah.
different ball game. CYA is basically a bunch of young niggas riled up. You feel me? We got our own politics, our own little YA games. It's a bunch of shit going on in there. You feel me? So we fighting damn near for anything. You know what I'm saying? You could say the wrong thing. Mention somebody's hood and it might be disrespecting it. You can't say many words. You feel me? You can't say pancake. You can't say graham crackers because that's for the gangster crips. You feel me? Down south in LA. You feel me? It's a lot of little, you feel me? It get wicked, but as I'm growing and I'm getting older and that motherfucker's like, bro, we do this shit like this is retarded. Only because only because we was young and we was really ready to fight for whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like we just needed a reason. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
But to go back on your piggyback on your question, you feel me? Like in there, we was beefing. Don't get it twisted. There was peace at times, and then there was war at times. But the way we handle that as young niggas, as I got older, not everybody looked at it as that. But as I got older, I just looked at it as business. And then there was older people that been there for a minute too that they looked at it as business too. Cause it'll always be behind something. You feel me? Like it
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be some dumb shit. look, they little homie tripping.
Yeah.
They trying to act hard, trying to press a line. Our homies gonna trip back. Now we about to run some phase and we doing all this extra shit, shutting down program. So I would be kind of like more the one that's like level headed to be like, you feel me? Like, okay, we could knock out these fades, you feel me? But we gonna do it discreet. Make sure that they get done in the blinds or something. So that way we ain't all on Front Street and then everybody getting their visits took and all the whole shit. It's like a domino effect, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
as I got older. But
Yeah.
in there, we fighting back to back. Off
Yeah.
the back, like four extra shit, nigga.
Yeah. Off the bat.
Hey, that's real
Facts.
shit. But
So
yeah,
now,
YA, that's
yeah.
my shit.
Is Wire from like 18 to 25, if I'm not mistaken?
YA is like anywhere from like I want to say 12 and up,
Oh, okay.
12 to 25.
Okay. Damn. So
Yeah,
you in
yeah.
but you're not in there with like minors, right? You're in there from like you're in there with like the 18 to 25-year-olds,
Oh
obviously.
no, yeah, yeah. You 16 with
What?
25, 20. Yeah.
Yo.
Wow. You just throw
Nah,
everybody to the
straight up.
wolves, right?
Nah, that's
Nah, for
crazy.
real. Yeah.
So
You
and then
find
how?
grown men in that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. How many fades you think you got into like NCOA?
Man, too much to count. I got
Yeah.
one that's already viral. Everybody be what
Oh
a
yeah.
the other side, the opposite, they
Yeah.
try to make a mockery out of it, but the whole message was I posted it way back then. I
Oh, you
posted it on
did
my
post
own
it.
page. I had
Oh,
posted it and then it went viral and hella other people posted it. Someone flagged my shit got took down, and then someone else took credit for it.
yeah. I know
It
you
was
went over
some
this. Yeah.
it was somebody from down south, but the fool posted it and then it went viral again, and they
Yeah.
thought that the nigga that posted it was the one that I was fighting. Cause
Right, right, right.
supposedly the dude that posted it, he been to CYA, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Long story short, bro, you win some, you lose some. I didn't even, you feel me? I didn't go out. You feel me? I chose the fade, got down, ran the fade, kept it pushing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We live to fight another day, nigga. We getting down again.
Yeah.
So that's that was the mentality right there at that time. You feel me? That's
Yeah.
how
For
we was
sure.
doing shit. Running the phase, getting them out the way, poop pop pop. It's just business. Another day.
Yeah.
We see
But
each other in
who?
the morning. Show with it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Hella
But
casual, you know what I'm saying? Hey, black eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like
nah.
for real, you know
You
what I'm
good,
saying?
bro?
Regular
It was
shit.
more of like a respect thing, you feel me?
Yeah.
Really, at the end of the day, that's what I ended up realizing, you feel me? And I know that, you know what I'm saying, in the penitentiaries, I can't speak on it, but I'm pretty sure like that's more what it's about, you feel me? You know, not doing the little kid shit. You can't be childish because, you know what I'm saying, in the penitentiary, that shit ain't gonna fly, you know what I'm saying? You better really just hold yourself accountable and conduct yourself at your best behavior because
Yeah.
niggas
For
ain't playing
real.
around. You feel me? And
Yeah.
YA, it was a lot of playing around, a lot of games and shit. But as I got older, I'm like, okay, this how we supposed to be doing it. We supposed to be handling business, and when we conduct business, look at it only as business. I don't
Yeah.
hate this nigga. Woo woo. It ain't no bad blood, but we got to knock this out. Boom boom pop. Keep it
Right.
pushing.
Nah, for
Real.
sure.
That's what we looked at as like real gangster shit. You feel me? Not all that woofing and hollering. Just get to it. Keep it moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I know you went over this 1,000 times, but like, who recorded that video, and were you like hood famous at the time, maybe? Because I don't know if you started rapping before CYA, but like, how
Nah,
did they know
nah.
to record you? Like, they were like, let's record Rico fight this day. Is it they
I was
recorded both the
just I
fights?
was fresh in. I was fresh in that motherfucker. That was
Yeah,
probably like my that was probably like my second week. My first week I went in there. I went out to the yard and then my nigga from the town, he was from 38 Locos. He pulled up on me. He was like, hey, what's up with it, bro? You feel me? I know you just got here and shit. You feel me last night, but we finna kick this shit off. He was like, is you with it or not? You feel me? Straight like that. And I was like, nigga, I just got here. Of course I'm. You feel me?
yeah,
You think I'd be like, man, I just got here. No, you feel me or something? You feel
Right,
me?
right,
But
right.
nigga, I'm
let's go.
fresh. I was
Yeah,
already fighting in intake before I got to mainline. I was in intake fighting, so I got there, boat. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying
yeah,
I'm barely me and all the homies on the yard because I came at nighttime. So I'm shaking everybody's hand. And as soon as I'm meeting, that's when the other homie said, like, yeah, we about to kick it off. That means they about to kick off right. And then they said, not today, but in the morning, tomorrow morning. I'm like, yeah, for sure. So that was my first one, boop, in the
Wow.
morning.
Damn.
Kicked
And
it
you
off
just got there.
in the dining hall.
Wow.
Pancakes, syrup going everywhere, niggas getting punched in their eye. It was fun. It was my first time. It was my first time. So look, this probably goes to piggyback off of it.
Yeah.
It was my first time, right? A couple blacks hopped in for us. You feel me? They was a blood and from down south. I think he was from the Swans, and
Okay.
then another nigga from Frisco.
Mhm.
But they just fucked with us on the
Yeah.
strength. So when we kicked it off with the Southsiders, they just snuck in and was just boop boop doing they Dougie. You feel me? And then they got up out of there, and then no none of the staff, nobody noticed. They just got all the homies gathered up, got all the Southsiders, and the black niggas that helped us out. They just got up out of there, just like
Wow.
you feel me?
Right, right, right.
but
In and out, in and out.
look, I piggyback. I say that to say this because I was trying to show off, you feel me? Because I was fresh there. So I hop on top of the fucking the dining table, boop, hop on the table and kick somebody in the head, boop.
Oh shit.
I kick somebody in the head, and the homie's like, "What the fuck? This nigga tripping." We all get sprayed. Fucking, they throw out the bombs and shit, tear
Right.
gas. We all go down, get wrapped up. That was the first one. So that second one would be that fight
Yeah.
right there. You feel me? So I think they was just like, man, this nigga was tripping that first one. Let's
Yeah.
see what he do. You feel me? And it was nothing special. You feel me? The Southsider I was fighting, he actually had him. He was keeping his head up. And not to disrespect or nothing, you feel me? There was a lot of different Southsiders that not too many had hands. You feel me? Niggas would be blowing with their head down and swimming, trying to
Yeah.
catch you with a swim banger and shit. This
Right, right.
nigga, he was. If you seen the video, he's squaring up, boom, looking me in the eyes. I'm looking at him in the eyes. You feel me? We squabble up, boom, boom, boom. I hit him with that first one, boom,
Hmm.
and nigga, boom, take it back. He like, ooh, he eats it real quick. He start rushing me. I'm trying to play defensive mode. He dropped me, boom. Get back up. Boop. We both get mazed. We both look at each other like it's Gucci. We just laid it out.
Yeah.
That was that fight right there that went viral.
And
But
it's
that's I
respect, right?
think the
Yeah.
yeah, I think the homie was like, hold on, man, let's see what this nigga gonna do. Let's see what this shit talking about.
Yeah.
So what was your so you went through school when you hopped off the porch around, let's say, what age were you like in the streets?
I
And
ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, I was a trouble kid. I really got kicked out at fourth grade.
Whoa.
all right, all right.
You were
Hey,
homeschooled?
it sounds funny.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of school in fourth grade. My mom can confirm that shit.
That was
No
a wild.
cap.
You're a wild child. You was a wild child.
That's like 10. Like what?
So look, I'm gonna spit a little game here, right? This is for the rest of the so-called wild childs.
Hmm.
With every action, you feel me? There's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing was with me is there was shit that was going on within my neighborhood and in my household that gave me these type of feelings of frustration and hate. And when I would act out in school, they look at it like, oh, he's just a trouble kid, instead of attacking the actual problem. You feel me? To
Right,
find a
right.
solution. They thought the solution was to put me with a bunch of other troubled
Yeah.
kids.
It makes it
You
worse.
feel me? And we're all in the same boat. You feel me? So we're all a bunch of problem kids. So I feel like, nigga, that was the first time that I knew that education had failed me. You know what I'm saying? As a young minority. Cause instead of, I know teachers ain't counselors and they're not supposed to do that, but they supposed to be more than that because they're dealing with our kids. You feel me? You would want somebody to not only educate your kid, but to also see what's going on and to see if they could you know, it might be possible they could help that. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I was never a problem child. I just had traumatization from, you feel me, from life. Uh I couldn't sit up. I couldn't sit still. You feel me? ADHD. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of kids had that these days, but back then,
Yeah, yeah.
I never stay in my seat type shit, and I just never listen type shit.
Yeah.
So I was a badass kid. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but I'm saying there was a reason for that shit. and they wrote me off as that, and that kind of kicked the ball off, and ever since then I was in fourth grade going to continuation schools, and there were some that didn't even go up to my shit. They only went up to sixth grade.
Oh
Wow.
wow. So you
No
had to go in the
cap.
system. So you find yourself getting in trouble and stuff like that, and then what was your first police contact where you like end up going? You end up going to
CYA.
CYA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, that was until I didn't get my real police contact till later on, till I was like 13.
Okay, okay, okay.
But all that fourth grade, that was the start of it. That was just the
Yeah.
kickoff, and I was just hella badass school. I was just a badass kid. And then them schools is designed lightweight, like you feel me? Like it's the one step closer, like it's a school to prison pipeline. You feel me?
Yeah.
If for
Yeah,
those who
yeah.
don't know, you got to look it up. You know what I'm saying? It'll show you a bunch of different demographics on that. Educate yourself. It's the school to prison pipeline. Basically, they get these kids ready. You feel me? And they have the same schedule and conduct as behind the system, behind walls. It's the same
Same setup. It's the same setup.
in a sense, it's the same setup. You got your little yard time, got your little playgrounds, you feel me? Like everything starts matching up. And then also it goes back to think about the education part. Think about our history. They're showing us a bunch of shit in history that
It's fake.
doesn't mean shit to us. It's all
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of history. We got a bunch of history that we could say that from the Dominicans, from the Puerto Ricans, from the Hawaiians, from fucking El Salvador, from anybody that's country that has ever got fucking conquered from Europeans or the Spanish people. We know that they erased our whole history. So at the same time, they're teaching us in school that this is our doctrine. This is what we're supposed to know. We're supposed to know of Christopher Columbus as a fucking explorer.
Yeah.
Yo, I was reading up on Christopher Columbus. He was a savage. Yo,
Savage.
savage,
Yeah.
bro. Savage. He was
Yeah,
cutting people.
he
There's
had
something wrong with his
finesse, bro.
mind,
I gotta
right?
give it to him.
Oh
Yeah,
no, he had
he
finesse
had
because
finesse.
like he knew that that there was gonna be a solar eclipse or something, and he tricked the Taino Indians into uh, giving up all their jewelry and the gold because they used to wear gold like regular.
Yeah.
And he said, if not, I'll make the earth cover the moon cover the sun.
Yeah,
And he used that,
uh,
so they thought of him as a
yeah,
god.
he manipulated
Yo.
him. Basically, manipulation.
That's real.
Yeah, but
But
the term
but
you're
look,
talking
that
about is elementary to the penitentiary. That's what
facts.
they.
School
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
prison pipeline, elementary to the penitentiary,
Put that in
pops
your
up on
rhyme, yo.
game.
Put that in your rhyme, yo. You gotta put that in the rhyme, alright?
Hey, and pops just kicked some game right now. That's real deal. Basically, he was saying, you feel me? Christopher Columbus used to be a finesser, a manipulator. You feel me? He
Word,
knew how
word,
to
word.
manipulate the people, the indigenous people. He took advantage. But to piggyback what we were saying, we was talking about the whole little structure of school and how it relates to each other. You feel me? I was already set up for failure already. If I was already a problem child and this is the way they was treating us and housing us with other like-minded kids, it was a wrap. So 13 was that real where I fucked up.
Yeah.
Right, right, right,
So do you think like I mean obviously right, but you think without I know you grew up without a father. You think that affected you a lot growing up? Like, did you think about like where's my father at, like or anything like that, or not really?
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Every child needs their parent, you know what I'm saying? Especially a father.
Yeah.
Father, you know what I'm saying? They gonna teach you everything that you need to know, or they're supposed to teach you everything you know as a man. You feel me? So, yeah, that was rough right there. Because now you got to know that I'm already a problem child. The education system failed me. You know what I'm saying? They already looked at me as like I'm just a badass kid, but really I just got all types of shit that's going on at the house and nigga in these streets that I'm seeing and witnessing, but nobody's talking to me about it, and everybody in the hood is the same way. It's normal. So I see it's the same shit. So they already felt me right there. And then knowing that you ain't got a father figure or a role model, it kind of makes you like, well, we're gonna see what does that look like. As a kid, you want to know what does that look like? What is a man? You know what I'm saying? Who is my role model?
I
You
respect
know what I'm
that
saying?
because I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up with a father, so that's why I'm so close with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, facts.
my pops was never around. Like I never got like I never got nothing for Christmas, for my birthday. Like I never even got a phone call. I told you
Yeah,
before.
yeah, for
I never
sure.
even got a phone
Yeah.
call like, "Yo, happy birthday, son." I didn't even get that. So I always suffered from that as a youth. And I said, "Yo, when I have kids, bro, I'm gonna be the best, coolest dad that they ever could be." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not
Best,
perfect.
coolest. Hey, best, coolest nigga podcast.
For
Come
real.
on, man.
Right, right.
And
He
it's
didn't even
Hey,
know at the
Pops,
like,
you
time,
do
right?
you know
Hey,
what I mean?
Pops, you doing it, bro. Oh, mama's like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
give you your flowers right now. You doing it, man. This is how you do it too. That's why I fuck with y'all just based on it's the duo right there. I'm like, fucks with it. You know what I'm
it's good
saying? You know, I
energy. It's
fucks
good
with my
energy.
sons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
good
good
energy.
energy. A lot of
You know,
people be
I
trying
fucks
to
with my
drag us and
son's
stuff.
tough. You know, I fucks with my son's tough. So
yeah,
you feel me? I'm big on that. But back what you were saying, Jay Ray, you feel me? Like,
yeah,
yeah, of course, you feel me? Because now I'm looking up to random people, you feel me, and
yeah,
trying to see what that is. You feel me? What does a man look like or what it's supposed to be, you feel me?
yeah. So that led you to the streets, right? That led you to like going outside and just seeing people doing certain things, right?
Facts. You're outside with it. Well, in the neighborhood, you know, already know. Like back then, you know, how old is you, bro?
Uh, I don't say my age on the internet, but like,
Man.
all
Give me an estimate. Hey,
right, all right.
you can give me a
I'm in my
between
early
this and
20s.
this.
I'm in my early 20s.
Okay, yeah, I already know that. So look, I say that I say that to say this. You feel me? Look, I'm a 90s baby,
Mhm.
96. You know what I'm
Okay, okay.
saying? I'm 29, bro. I'm about
All
to
right.
be 30, you know what I'm saying? Soon,
Damn,
man.
I thought you,
It's
nah. I thought you were in your 30s, gang, because like the way you carry yourself, like it's more like 32, 33. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, that's a good thing, man. I'm trying to be short, man. So
yeah.
when I do get older, I'm even more sharper. But look, we was outside, period, back then. So it was already normal as a little jit, you feel me? Mobbing the streets and shit up on their bikes and scooters and whatnot. We was already outside. But it wasn't until later on, like I said, till I hit like 12, 13 years old, where it was like, okay, starting to pop out, wander the streets, get into shit. You feel me? That's when the niggas start fucking around.
So how was it? You got into high school. Were you able to finish high school?
I had to finish high school up in CYA.
All right, cool. So
Damn.
uh, so you get out of
So fix
CYA.
look,
Yeah.
look, yeah. So look, 15 is when I got sent to CYA.
Mm,
Really juvenile hall. I got locked up in juvenile hall by my case there. You feel me for like a year, and then they sent my ass to CYA for 5 years, 8 months. I had
Wow.
a joint suspension. I had a joint suspension. So what that means is that they got time hanging over your head, and if you mess up, they could take your ass in and give you that whole time. You know what I'm
so
saying?
you got an interesting story because I did a little research on you and you kind of like found your way. Like you start fixing everything. Like
Yeah, yeah. I had to figure. Yeah, I had to
you
figure
figured it
out
out,
my
and
my.
it's impressive because you could have been like, "I'ma just do me. I'ma just do it this way," even though I'm breaking every rule. But it's kind of like you went, you got your schooling together. You even went on to do higher studies, like into college and stuff like that.
Yeah, 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 I did, bro. I was actually going to community college. You know, at one point, you know what I'm saying, I had my head in the books. Everybody was like, "Man, this nigga really going to school?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." You know what I'm saying? I was going through for history, for cultural shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit that I could actually educate my brain on and enjoy doing. But yeah, man, I had my hands full at one point. I was trying to juggle all of them, so I had put that shit on the back burner. But you know, it's still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went back later too because I had did some college and I ain't finished and I went back. So you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. But you're gonna be busy
Oh,
raising
yeah.
them three boys. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna be busy. Because you're gonna be doing a lot of football. You're gonna be doing football,
Yeah, he
baseball.
coaches football.
Yeah, there you go. I did all of that. I enjoy all of that. So what? When you get out of the CYA system, about 2018,
All right, so
2019.
look, look, I went in there at 15. Well, I kept getting denied from parole. You feel me? From parole board. You know what I'm saying? You go up every year, depending on I think the The ones that had like prison numbers, I think they go up like every 2 or every couple years or whatever the fuck. But I just had a regular YA number. We go up yearly to see how you doing.
Yeah.
Every year, every year I was going denied, 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 denied. So by 2016 December, they finally honorable discharged me. But the thing is, I was going to discharge regardless in January
Yeah.
of
Max,
2017.
the
So
max
One
I
month,
was
like
like, man, you niggas kept me all this motherfucking time to the nitty gritty, and then say, yeah, I think you're ready to go out. Man, I was going home next month.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I finally got discharged. But what I learned was, I started educating myself more towards the end. Like I told you, all that shit is fun, hee ha ha's, all the games. It was good memories. Met some good people, Southsiders included. You know what I'm saying? Bay Area, you feel me? You meet everybody from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? There's goofies from every side, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of righteous people from every side too that are just like you. So what I soaked up from it, I was like, man, I used to be fighting for whatever. But now it was like it had to be like it had to have some type of shit behind it. I started turning my frustration and anger towards nigga the system. Cause I was like, man, I started thinking about it. I'm like, bro, we doing all this fighting and shit, bro, and we do this shit like it's nothing too. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, the system is the main one fucking us. Like, and we sitting here find each other. We housed up. They setting up fights.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I started coming to me towards the end. That's why I said, man, I started started educating myself on the revolutionary shit. Cause I was like, man, what's a way that I could at least have some type of leverage? And it was education, spoken word, writing shit out. You feel me? I
Poetry.
would I would do poetry for fucking Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? And I would present it. You know what I'm saying? It was my way of really, I did some cool, clean ass, secretly like clean shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. For my age at that time, I'm barely like 20 years old. Nigga, basically what I did was do a clean ass poetry about the system and how it keeps us trapped and it's a never ending cycle and the cruelty that goes on behind the balls. And I fucking presented it in the whole fucking Black History Month auditorium with hella people from different units and everything and all the staffs and fucking sergeants and they had to hear me, and I won first place.
Right.
Got prizes and some more shit, but that goes to say, you feel me? Like I started educating myself towards the end, bro. You know what I'm saying? I started realizing like they been having us trapped in this whole little fucking cycle, and nobody could get out because every time there is some type of prophet or somebody that comes forth to shed some light on this shit, they end up dying.
They
Feel me?
eliminate him. They eliminate him.
Take them out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
That's
you
what Edgar
know,
Hoover. That's what Edgar Hoover did. Edgar Hoover eliminated everybody. The entire Black Party,
hey,
Black Panther Party.
motherfucking feds.
He killed
Hey,
all of
mother,
them. Martin Luther
we
King,
talking.
Malcolm
JFK.
We are
X.
talking. Listen, listen, y'all, man. Let these people know we are talking about the Alphabet Boys. For those who don't
Yeah.
know, man, we not gonna even say their names, but those who know, that's
Just
our government. That's
just look
our
up
top.
Edgar Hoover. He was in
Yeah,
he ran the department he ran for 60 years. He ran it for 60 years and he killed anybody that organized. If you organize, he'll put you in jail or he'll eliminate you. Dead. Yeah, 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 man. This is but you
fucking
gotta
up the
look it up.
cycle.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate.
Fucking with their money.
Yeah.
We fucking up their cycle, fucking up their money. You feel me? And that's why you guys hear my shit too. Some of my shit might not even go up, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying, that message got to be spread, and the
Yeah.
message is that motherfuckers got to start waking up. You know what I'm saying? We got to reverse that cycle because they been fucking us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
My
I don't want to
fault.
talk
But
over you.
this is gonna go into another spiel, but you go into that
No,
Go
spiel.
ahead, Javer.
we can have
Yeah.
two conversations at one time.
All right, let's do it. So, and I want to talk about that because I feel like, yeah, it's true. Like, look at your fake caption song. it's at about 139K. But if you look at your Set the Record Straight song, it's at 839,000 views. So it's like you just see it, like negativity sells. Even with the channel, I'll admit it, like the negativity shit sells when we do
Yes,
certain
yes.
reactions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is what it is, man. You just gotta. It's all a balance, really. That's what I
yeah.
say. It's only when you're like, man, J Ren and them, they been just capitalizing off of
Oh,
they've been
here's that.
capitalizing
Yeah,
off of every little, you know what I'm saying? That's different. But you sprinkle it in, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just be all the way negative, you feel me?
no, no.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
It's
you got to bring professionalism to it. Like we try to and I preach this to him a lot. Like we gonna try to stay as professional and as neutral as possible. Obviously, being from New York, being outsiders looking in, we get people all the time be like, "Y'all do too much of this side, that side," but we don't even look. We're not even looking at it like that. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
We
yeah,
just
facts.
because what I appreciate about your music, you bring a sense of professionalism to the rapping part of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you spit your music. You're not out just talking nonsense. It's a lot of people who are not saying anything.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
And
A bunch of nothing.
your
Literally.
music has a lot of structure. So you end up dropping. What was your first album like in 2019 ish?
Yeah, I believe so. It was
That was
like back then.
wake 'em up.
Wake them up. Yeah, yeah. See, so back then, obviously I was still fresh out. So I was never like just super sophisticated, but I did educate myself to where I was one step ahead of it. I just had to apply it to my lifestyle. You feel me?
Yeah,
So when I got out, I was just wild and I was on some turned up shit. So that's what that wake 'em up was on. That whole shit was like a quick 7 EP just to wake people up real quick. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Show them what I got. You know what I'm saying? It was just all gas. I don't even think it had any hooks or nothing.
yeah. I want to ask you a question. You can be honest with us. Like, do you think we're like too deep in with the culture when it comes to just like like the urban, not urban culture, but like just like the gang culture of it? Like, do you think it's too much, or you think we're not promoting it, but like giving a light to it to like where the outsiders who are showing love to the North Cali scene? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel
Nah,
about that?
nah.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. Y'all just doing your thing. I mean, it's a y'all's a platform. You feel me? At the end of the day, the overall objective is to be seen by a wider audience outside of your jurisdiction. You know what
Talk
I'm saying?
about
I'm
it.
smart. You feel me? So
well,
look, you see that? You
yeah,
seen that? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
Jaron. That nigga
yeah,
smiling. He's like, I
yeah.
like that one. I
Yeah,
think I'm
I'm
gonna
about to
use
take
that
that
one.
one. I'm gonna use that one.
yeah. The objective
Bro,
is.
Bro, yeah,
For real shit, you feel me? That's what y'all for. So at the end of the day, like it don't be mattering to me. I just be looking and I be seeing like, okay, yep, they tapping in over here, they tapping in over there.
yeah,
That's what you supposed to do. You guys don't gang bang. You guys is from the East Coast to be exact. So
yeah,
what y'all doing is the exact thing that you supposed to be doing if you want your guys' shit to spread out. You feel me?
yeah.
So
Cause yeah,
you
and
guys
every
know what you doing. Just
and
sprinkle it. Just like I said,
yeah,
remember I said it's a balance, bro. You feel me? So sprinkle some over there, sprinkle some over there. Never too much on one thing.
yeah,
That's all I would say. Cause then that's when people will be like, "Oh, I think you do. Oh, you never." Just go with one topic, get them out the way, go to the next one. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Keep on digging, keep on finding different content, different people to fuck with. You feel me? And just go from there. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
can always hit me up too. I know some certain artists or shit to tap in. I'll send them your
appreciate
way. It's
that.
good.
yeah. It's really interesting because I I came I grew up in the South Bronx, right? And I was there when hip hop was born. Like I seen the birth of hip
Yeah,
hop, right?
literally,
Like
right?
I seen people come from another neighborhood and thinking they're gonna fight, and they throw the cardboard on the ground and they start breakdancing, like the graffiti, the music,
Yeah,
like you
B boy
said,
shit.
the b boy shit, the Sugar Hill Gang, the DJing, like connecting to the light posts in the park. I seen people break the electricity and hook up their speakers, their sound system to
The
outside.
burning buildings in the Bronx.
Yeah, so then when I discovered the whole California, because all my and my apologies to you in advance, I always just think California, I think of LA, like just being from New York, right?
Nah,
Like,
not facts. Yeah, everybody does though. You feel me? So
yeah,
that's
yeah. So that's how my mentality. But then when I seen rappers like you know what I'm saying, Little TYS, I see all these rappers, I'm like, yo, this is so dope. This shit is super
The
fascinating.
Jacka. You didn't even know about the Jacka,
The
Messi Marlon.
Jack, which I'm embarrassed I didn't know about it. And I'm listening to like, yo, this is my era.
Even Mac Dre, right?
Yeah, he was. I knew about Mac Dre a little bit. I heard of the name, but I, I didn't want to say who I confused him with because you're gonna make fun of me. So I didn't want to say that. But I go back and I'm like, wow. And then the whole North Cali scene is crazy talented, crazy talent.
Nah, we're
I mean, there are some rappers who are not the best, but there's some really. I want to
Right,
say this.
facts.
There's like 12 fire rappers that I love out of North Cali alone.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, that are super, that I'm like bumping in my own car when I'm driving. Which is pretty dope. So I appreciate. I don't think nobody has the appreciation, and I can't ask y'all to have the appreciation I have for the music.
Yeah.
But I remember when hip hop, on the radio, they used to play hip hop on Fridays at 11 p.m.
One little slot for an hour.
From 11 to like 1 in the morning. It would be 2 hours of hip hop on one station. You figure that. Imagine that shit now.
Yeah, that's
You know
not
what
fun.
I mean? So hip hop's come a long way. So I'm just saying that to the we here to keep hip hop alive and push the narrative
Facts.
positive and get you on here and you spit your shit and let people know that we're not all animals. Like they be trying to portray us like, you know what I mean? This shit is an art form, man. They're having cadence, spitting bars, understanding beats, people spitting a cappella. There's so many
Yeah.
variances to it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for real.
It's
Yeah,
pretty dope.
people don't need to know that. Like, it's more to that. I get people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to what I got to do this, and you know what I'm saying, make this happen. And I'm just like it's all on yourself. You feel me? It's all on your own craft, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. What you got up here, really? You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. That's what helped me. You feel me? Like while I was in juvenile hall and shit, and going to CYA. Like I would do little certain shit on trying to educate myself. So I would, go through that dictionary. I would take out words that was, interesting to me or words that I felt that I could use later on to replace simpler words. You feel me?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's how I started educating myself. I would have like a book of them, just hella different words. You feel me, with the definitions and shit. And I would just be reading them and shit. But yeah, that's how my mind works. So when I rap and shit, you feel me? That I'm thinking about the topic, boop, the topic goes, and I do my shit like an essay.
Mm.
For real.
So you don't punch
That's
in?
how I be doing my shit. No, I don't like punching in. I like to say it all the way through.
So do you
But if
write
I
to
had
it?
to,
Mm-hmm.
you said what happened?
No, no, go ahead.
Punch
If
it.
you had to.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
had to multiple times. That
For like
shit
a feature,
like,
right?
oh, you
Probably a
said punch?
feature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. If you have to, you have done it, but you're not a
Yeah,
fan
if
of
I
it.
have to. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a fan of it because like I said, I put my shit together like an essay. So I come with the topic and then I do the body, you feel me? And then the conclusion,
Yeah.
which would be my last couple bars, you feel me? My outro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
pretty
that
dope.
way everything makes sense, you feel me? I'm not just talking about whatever randomly, you feel me?
Yeah.
Or going off subject and shit.
Yeah, but how'd you get your buzz though? I feel like you've been relevant for years, like years and years. Like I just found out about some of your older tracks too. But like, how'd you get your buzz? Like, did anybody put you on, or like was it more just like natural?
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I was like, bruh, I've always been the type really to just be like, I gain like, how should I put this? I demand respect. You feel me? But I also know that respect ain't just given out either. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So in return, I was like, I respect the game enough to know that I need to put some work in. You feel me?
Yeah.
I need to show my talents. Because before I was just doing challenges and shit. Back then, it's not as popular right now, but they used to do a lot of
Yeah.
challenges, like song challenges, like they'll throw the beat on there. You feel me? Whoever guesses it might get a feature from me or a free beat or some type of incentive. You feel me? But I would be just gassing the fuck out of hella challenges. You feel me? And that's pretty much like lit the fire. You feel me? Now people are sitting there like, okay, you got all these challenges, like you got views and shit, you feel me? You running it up, but now we need to see some music. So I'm like, okay, now I need to amplify my voice a little bit more. So I started off with Closer to My Dreams. That was my first song that I put out. You know what I'm saying? It was produced by my boy Lazy Lokes. Shout out my nigga Lazy Lokes. Um, it was a flip to that Guapale, that closer to my dreams. Mm, 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 mm,
What album was
mm,
that on?
mm, mm. You said what happened? Oh,
What
that was a
album was it?
single.
That was a
That was
single.
a
Okay.
single. Oh
Okay.
yeah, and if you see it too, man, look, that was me still fresh out of YA, so you could tell like I've always been ahead of the game. Called Closer to My Dreams, and I'm talking about, the same shit, the system, you feel me? My people, revolutionary shit. You know what I'm saying? Check it out when you get a chance.
No, for
But
sure.
that was one of the first ones, and a lot of people like that one. It didn't blow up or nothing, but it gave me enough attention where, like, I would say that I got more like the older heads, that was like, hey man, that was some deep shit. Like I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So I got the OGs, and then I came with some more new shit that was kind of like a little bit more bouncy on some Pac shit. That was Militant Mindset. And that one is the one that got me the young niggas and the older niggas.
Yeah,
Cause they was like, this shit hard. Like, nigga, you was spitting some shit. Like, you feel me? So those two ones right there, you feel me, was on some revolutionary shit. You feel me? Like
So this
talking
is
about going against the government.
when you drop like sleeping on me and pressure and stuff like that. When you start dropping them, that's it. This
That
is
was
around
yeah.
that
So
time.
that was after. Yep, this
Yeah.
was after.
Okay. Okay.
So closer to my dream. Those two singles were the first ones. Oh yeah. Also too, I almost forgot. Get Rich with my cousin Poppy. You know what I'm saying? He's from my same area. You feel me? We grew up together, the whole shit. But when I got out and shit, you feel me? He kind of assisted me and helped me out with a few things. But yeah. Shout out my nigga Poppy, man. Get Rich. You gotta watch that one too.
okay.
I almost forgot about that. But my nigga Shimo is the one that brought my next one to life, which was Only Lord Knows.
Shout out Shimo.
And that one was another follow up. You feel me? Followed up with that one. And that
Yeah,
one, boosted up.
yeah. But didn't was this Shimo like a he used to direct skateboarding videos if I'm not mistaken?
Nah, his first
No.
directing was bar work. So I know you guys know down there because they have them in the East Coast where they on their fitness calisthenic
Yeah.
shit. They do
Oh,
everything on the bars.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me? So he was doing camera work with that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because he was in it, and his people that he was fucking with was in it too. So he started off with that, and then I guess he graduated to weddings and certain shit, little shit like that. And
Yeah,
before
he
you
did.
know it, he started playing around with the hip hop video, rap videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I met him later on down the road.
Yeah. Shout out to Shimo. Super accessible. We exchange a lot of messages. You know what I'm saying? And we talk every once in a while. And he helped put everything together for us to
Yeah.
actually link up and stuff. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
up.
that's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a wild young boy at the time. You know what I'm saying? He's older than me, so he's seen it. So he kind of was like he kind of seen the vision basically. Like, man, I believe in you, and I believe in myself with this camera. You know what I'm saying? And we went from there. We put the trust in the camera and his art and his work with my work. That's how we had our bond. Since then, we've been rocking and rolling.
Yeah. He's super important to your career. Like he really helped like
Yep.
energize it too, right?
Yeah, facts. We basically helped each other. We stamped both each other's brands. Like you don't see me, you don't see him. You feel me? You see him, you see me. Same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, like even with the Shimo Media ciphers, like that name alone, like that always sticks with me. Like I remember that's the first thing we did of like Northern California was the Shimo Media
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ciphers.
Well, that's why I was like, damn, there's a lot of nice rappers in Cali.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what he did. So look, a lot of people tend to overlook that shit out here, cause just like how you said, fire NorCal cipher, right? But some people might not look at it like that, man. Motherfuckers be hating, bro. They don't see that Shimo put something so beautiful together that you motherfuckers seen out there in
Yeah.
New York. in New Jersey and motherfucking all the rest of these motherfuckers that you guys posted and let the rest of the world see, like that's big. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's
And
major.
that was that nigga's head. You feel me? He
Word up.
already knew. He already knew some of them. You feel me? Like, and plus, obviously, like I said, I'm part of it. He's, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We fuck with each other, so we put it together. Each other, basically. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Hmm.
We made sure all the artists could get there. They pulled up. Yeah, we fucking with it. Shimo is good. Let's get it cracking. That's how we had Big Tone and TYS and all these people right there. He put that shit together, nigga, and that was beautiful.
That was
You know what I'm
legendary.
saying? Legendary.
Yeah.
That
You
was
hey,
our
you guys
first.
said it, man. Legendary.
No,
Y'all
that
Yeah,
shit's
said it,
legendary.
man.
no, it was
Jaren
legendary.
TV, man. You heard it on live, man.
Yeah,
Television.
Cause I
legendary.
don't even think that could happen again, right? Like y'all put like stars, like that was Big Tone, TYS, Rico, Acito, Babyfacewood. Y'all had the squad, like that was
The squad, and that's what I'm
That was
saying.
squadron.
When I first saw that, I was like, "Yo,
yeah.
these niggas can rap." Like, there was nobody weak on
Word, there
there.
was no one weak on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everybody's
Bands.
spitting fire. Everybody's spitting bars. You know what I'm
No, I
saying? So,
remember. I remember when we first seen y'all shit. I was like, look at. I was like, look at them. I was like, bro, these fools is out there in the East Coast, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, that's tight though. I was like, that's clean how they found this motherfucker. I was like, I told Shima, I said, man, we got to turn them up, and he was like, yeah, well, tell them it's good. Tap in, and that's when you guys tapped in and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I typed in. I think I typed on you on TikTok for the first time because that was early on. That was like I think we did that Shimo Media site for like 2023.
yeah, we've been
That
at
was
it
a
for a
long. Yeah,
while.
we've been at this shit for a minute. I'm
Because
not
we
gonna lie.
came, like I always say, people don't know, we came from the
Yeah.
UK. We were doing the UK hip hop.
Yeah, we're like we got like 30 to 40K subscribers just from like London. Like people don't know
So
that.
we got like a whole almost 40,000 subs from Europe, like from all over the world. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
see,
you know what I'm saying? So, like,
clocking
we,
them in, man.
Yeah.
yeah, and we've been exploring this hip hop, this thing called hip hop,
Word.
on different countries and different continents, and
Yeah,
Australia,
we covered Australia.
Ireland, you know what I'm
Um,
saying? London. So, it's a big, big market. So, that's super
Hey, go
dope.
check my boys. My bad. I don't mean to check. You
That's
got to
fine.
check my people out there in New Zealand.
Okay,
um,
okay.
Yeah, they
I think
got a
we
lot
did
of
one of those.
Polynesians out there.
Yeah, New Zealand. I think we did. I don't know if we did New Zealand niggas.
No, we didn't do New Zealand. The closest we came was Australia. We did the
1-4, that group 1-4.
1-4.
Yeah,
You
for
ever
sure.
heard of Group 1-4 from Australia?
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
heard that
word?
too. Yeah,
Oh
see,
shit.
that's
They
what I'm
drill
saying.
artists.
Look, I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying too. Like even that too. If you guys find some dope people too, you guys already know, man. I'm all
Yeah.
about networking. I'm trying
Nah,
to.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Cause
I
saying?
look,
feel
what
that.
you guys are doing is the same shit I'm trying to do too. Cause that's the only way my demographics is gonna get outside the box.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're getting yourself out there because you've done the biggest platforms. I mean, you did Vlad.
Yeah, I want to speak on that.
Know what
Yeah.
I mean? You didn't look too happy, right?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Vlad, you didn't look too happy. Just keeping it a stat. Gotta keep it 100.
Yeah, I want to get
Man,
into
we
that. I
couldn't
want to.
smoke in
Yeah.
here.
Oh, you
We
couldn't
couldn't
smoke in
smoke in
there?
here. That was the first one. I was like, ah, fuck, nigga, what? You can't smoke in this bitch. And then the second one, it was cold as fuck. And
And you
then
got your
third
hoodie
of
on.
all, yeah, hey, and then third of all, the fucking obviously nigga police ask questions. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, that's three things. It's cold as
Yeah.
fuck. I can't smoke, and you asking some police ass questions. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
just skip to the next shit, bro.
Now, for sure. And I saw your energy, like in 3 different interviews. I watched 3 of them, right? I watched your No Jumper interview, I watched your Vlad interview, and then I watched the VBC one. It was 3 different energies you had. Can you speak on that? Like the VBC one was high energy. I feel like No Jumper was more timid. But then Vlad was just like, I don't want to be here type shit. Like, can you explain, like, was that just how you were feeling that day? Or was it more like,
You know
I don't fuck
what?
with this
We
person?
drove, we drove all the way about that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
To down south.
Yeah.
We traveled out there, nigga, overnight. We was tired as fuck, and we got there in the morning. The fucking shit was scheduled like at 11 or some fucking stupid shit like that, nigga. So we left over here. You feel me? Mind you, it's like 7 hours to Southern California, nigga. We get there. I'm tired, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, we gonna get here. It's good. I'm just gonna relax, roll up inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just chill. You know what I'm saying? But They was already tripping, like, hey, yeah, you can't smoke in here, woo woo. I'm like,
It's a hip hop business. You can't. Come
No,
on.
that
yeah.
threw it off. That
Vlad
threw it
probably
off. You feel me?
Vlad probably running
I
like
need
a
to smoke, man.
tight. He running a tight ship because
Oh,
he
hey, I'm
been
tired as fuck. You feel me?
yeah.
Needed to smoke. It was kind of mixed feelings, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then the other energies, you feel me? And basically, you know what I'm saying, self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like no jumper was just trying to feel his energy, see what he was going at. I know he was going to say some type of weird, like little slick shit here and there, but I was just trying to make sure that he knew that the conversations mostly was going to be, you know, directed how I want to direct it. You feel me?
Correct. You were in control of
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
yeah.
is
energy.
So
true.
yeah, if you see it, you can see it, bro.
Yeah, you were very aware.
I'm trying to direct it. You feel me? And make sure that I put it in direction I need it to be. And he will slip up every once in a while and say
Yeah,
some little
because
shit. And
I
then
noticed the difference with them. Like Vlad, I ask you something, and you obviously got to be smart enough to navigate it. Because he been doing that shit for like 10, 15 years, whatever. He's a professional, right, at what he's doing.
right,
And
exactly.
and I think what's his name, Adam.
Adam, yeah,
Adam, I ask you. He'll kind of ask you like halfway, or kind of ask, but
He's
kind of
like
stop.
the
He'll lead you
he's like
on, and
the
then he got his own
yeah, he's
approach.
like
I'm
the
not knocking it.
unorthodox.
It's just his.
yeah.
Yeah. He do
He
like
got
the
an unorthodox style. You feel me? That's how I would explain Adam. You feel me?
he
You
do
don't
like an
know.
awkward pause. Like he'll be like, "What about the
Yeah,
gangbangers? Did
or
you
he'll
get
talk
arrested?"
about one subject. He'll
Yeah,
talk about one positive subject and then try to slip something in.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, it's everybody approach on Jamie TV. We kind of try to. I try my best to stay away from the
yeah.
politics, but the politics is what's gonna get you the most views. Like, yo, who's your ops?
No, we don't ever say that though.
Like, who's your ops? What color you repping? And like,
Yeah, like even the Vlad interview, like, and I don't want to, shout out Vlad, but even him not knowing who Chito Ranas was, he's like, Chito Ranas, and like, you were like, who the fuck, who's that? Like, even that, like, that shows, like, people are not really into the culture, and you could tell, like, people need to do their research
well,
more and stuff like that.
he also does a zillion freaking interviews, so he ain't gonna be prepared for everybody.
I understand, yeah, that's
We're
true.
Right.
we're like more like roots and culture. Like he's like at the I don't want to say commercial, but he's the top of the
Yeah.
food chain. Even when they try to ban him, and they're like, "Yo, no rappers going," and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna just do a bunch of Italian mobster dudes."
That's it.
Like he just could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm gonna just do actors. All right. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I
You know
get
what I'm
what you're
saying?
saying, Pop. For
He's
surely.
running a tight business, and he been
Hey,
there
what I
forever.
will say is them motherfuckers is some money getting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
shout
know
out to
what
them.
they doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Shout out to
gonna.
them, man.
We can't de- we can't degrade them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We gotta
100%.
let them know.
Nah.
Give them
No,
their
yeah.
flowers as they that's their profession. They do it good, and I know they getting good revenue off it. So hey, ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Last thing on the No Jumper interview, you spoke on, and I agree with this too. Like you said that the Mexican rap culture, which we've been covering, even the old school rap, you said that you can't be serious in the rap game, like especially for the Mexican rap scene. It's a lot of seriousness. We've seen other cultures like have fun with it. You can't be all serio. Can you speak on that again? Maybe like a little bit more. Like it is true. Like we've seen it. Like it's more of like a serious, like we're gang banged out type of thing sometimes. How do you
Well,
feel about
look,
that?
like the thing is, like it's super evident now. Like if you go back in time, I'm pretty sure you guys already done seen like the timeline of history of the culture and gangs in Northern California and
Yeah,
Southern California. Pretty
yeah,
sure you guys did your little education background check. So look, I know you guys seen it was bald heads, big baggy clothes, you know what I'm saying? Big jerseys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Low riders and 13-inch tires and you know what I'm saying? Fucking Mas Feedman, Mr. Capone. They had high power click. They had hella different Southern California rap groups down there where that was their majority of shit. That's all it was. They had little gloves on with fucking bald head lokes, big baggy clothes, Cortez's, Chucks and shit. That was
Correct.
just strictly them. That was back then. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Us homies. You know what I'm saying? From the gate, we already been different. It depends where you start on the map.
yeah,
Sacramento, Stockton, we've already evolved a little bit more because we're that much closer right there to other surrounding cities like the Bay and shit. You feel me? We got town, we
Yeah,
got Fairfield and Vallejo and you know what I'm saying, Vacaville and so forth, all the way down. You feel me? All those cities already kind of like evolved throughout the years. You feel me? We do have Central Valley homies back then that were stuck on the super cholo shit, but as the shit went on, we started intertwining the two. So we we keep the cholo stilo. We could talk with it, but we can mix it with some with some hood swing. You feel me?
yeah,
Some put some sauce in it. You know what I'm saying? We're not so super like damn fool like that's fucking super
Right.
feed it. No, I'm just hey look,
yeah,
and there's no offense and disrespect to none of that because
No,
you
no, it
know
isn't.
we have people on our side too, OGs and uncles and theos and shit. You feel me? That still talk Chicano, you feel me, style, you feel me? So it ain't no shade on that, but what we did was intertwine the two, you feel me? And what I'm saying is you gotta have some sauce with this shit. And down south, obviously, from the timeline, you can see it, everybody can see it. We could search it up and look it up. You could see the timeline of the swag, the culture, and the sauce.
yeah,
There was no sauce. It was strictly like super cholo or nothing.
yeah,
Us,
for sure.
we already was like, wait, hold on, man, this ain't gonna last forever. So we adapted to our environment as well. You feel me? Because we grow up with blacks as well.
Yeah,
So we adapted to not only the environment but the culture and swag as well, and intertwine them too. So you see some blacks and Mexicans out here, right here sliding in the Lolo. Right behind it, you'll see a black nigga in the donk.
yeah.
And a donk, for those who don't know what a donk is, that's a box Chevy or a Caprice
Okay.
sitting on dubs, sitting on some high shit. You feel me? High
Yeah.
performance. So what I'm saying is you can see it, the two cultures intertwine right then and there. You feel me?
Hmm.
That's the greatest definition of us. Northern Cali, period. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So what I was saying in No Jumper is basically like that's the sauce. And obviously down south, they started recognizing that because all their known rappers now to this day have some type of sauce, swag, or culture to not only their music but their appearance as well.
I agree. Yeah, I can agree with that.
And it has
And
been a
that's
lot of there's been a lot of
and there's been a
advancement
lot
with
of
the
yeah,
bars. With the bars, there's
it's
been a
Yeah.
lot of advancement.
you know what I'm saying? They advanced with the bars too. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of advances with everything. And when I was saying that on there, I was saying that to say like there's nothing wrong with that because
Yeah.
that's what we did in Northern Cali. But the
Yeah.
thing was why we were so tripping when they did it is because they were so known to sticking so closely to those roots and Chicano roots, and they were frowning upon us at one time. And
Yeah.
I don't want to say they because not I can't categorize them all the same. Everybody was
No.
different.
Yeah.
There's some neighborhoods out there down south where they grow up with blacks and they're damn near just like us. You feel me? It's the same relationships. So I don't want to say they, but for the moral majority, they looked down upon us. You feel me? Oh, you guys say the N word, or I remember on YA, you talk black, and there was all these little speculations. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, how you talk a color? But anyways, look, but that I
Yeah.
say that to say that the sauce was there. They seen it. You know what I'm saying? They took some sauce, added some sauce to their shit, and it seemed like they ran with it, and it seemed like they blown up off of it.
Yeah.
And when we was saying like when people are like, "Oh, you act like us" or whatever, you might hear that they act like us. Woo,
Yeah.
that's I just broke down the full definition on why people say that
Yeah. To
because
play
of that.
devil's advocate, though, would you say they're just relating, like, because urban culture took over? We've seen it since the '90s. Like urban culture, rap music. We got white people like they're in the crowds. It's not even black people or Hispanic people in the crowds anymore. It's just straight white people in the crowds when you go to these big Rolling Loud concerts, right? Do you think they just adapted to urban culture? It could just be in America in general, or you think it's strictly the northern culture? if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the same thing with us. But thing is, like, it was always different in Northern Cali because you got to think about it. Oakland birthed the Black Panthers, so we already had revolutionaries down this way in Oakland. And when you think of Oakland, motherfuckers know Oakland is turned up. It's
Yeah,
hyphy. It's greasy. You feel me?
their own
You know what I'm
culture.
saying? And they the whole different breed. They the only ones that I know that ain't let no Bloods and Crips go out there. You feel me? Like, or not go out there, but you know, as far as like let it get into their indoctrination. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, hundred
There's
percent.
some Blood and Crips sets out in Oakland. You feel me? There ain't no Blood and Crips sets out there. It's all blacks and hoods projects.
Yeah,
Feel me? So saying that, say there's that Stockton and all the cities in between, like that we always already been different. You feel me? Like
hundred
I don't
percent.
know, it was just different. Southern California has a real deep involvement with the culture, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But they got a history of it. That's why, you feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, you right. What you said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Motherfuckers just adapting. They know we have to adapt, or else you gonna be look considered like,
Lame.
lame or
Yeah,
not lame, but just like out of dated. I don't know what the
yeah,
word is. But, you know,
Antiquated. You're
but-
antiquated. You got to
antiquated.
keep up. You know what I mean? What you got?
Antiquated.
yeah.
You got
But the
some
thing, like, see, like with me, my generation, like my thing, I didn't adapt to nothing. Like it wasn't no super cholo. It was just like I was just me. I was like half cholo, like Mexican, black, sauce. Like
Yeah,
I was both. You feel me? I was never one or the other. You feel me? And there was times, where I battled with myself, where it was like one race or the other, because always fighting and shit, getting down. You feel me? But other than that, like I was always both. You feel me? Learn to embrace both cultures. You
yeah,
know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? Turn them into one. Especially since I'm black and Mexican, so it's like it's only right.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
unique experience.
yeah. How do you feel about the N word? Like, do you feel like Mexicans should use it? Do you care that Mexicans use it? I know you're mixed, so it's like it's different for you, right?
I'm I guess I mean like it all depends where you come from.
Yeah,
What soil do you come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the environment like? What some motherfuckers might live in some projects and shit, you feel me? And they got niggas right down the way, you feel me? And the blacks right there might not care about they Mexicans saying that because they projects is right there. But then you got some that are racist towards blacks. You know what I'm saying? So they're black niggas, you feel me? You gonna look at it like nigga, you know what I'm saying? You saying it on some racist shit, where you say the ER or you say nigga, it don't matter.
yeah,
You feel me? So it all
Yeah.
depends what soil you come from. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? You know what I'm saying? You see out there in Texas, it ain't no thing, you feel me?
yeah. That is
They
true.
they, they barely you know what I'm saying? They very multicultural down there too. It all depends where you from.
What's your fan base that's not California? Where do you got like you got so many fans? You're like, wow, I got a lot of fans in this specific state or
City.
country or city.
Oh, shit, probably Colorado. I didn't know I had
Oh,
fans out there. I'm about to do a show again right there.
oh shit.
Shimo throwing it. Shout out my nigga Zach. You feel me? We finna be out there. When is it? The 14th next month.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's good.
Out there, Colorado. Colorado was the one where I was like, damn, like you feel me? Sold out show right there. I was like, damn, okay, they deep.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a smaller town called Greeley, Colorado.
I was gonna ask that. Yeah. What city? Um. Oh yeah. Back to the race thing. So do you look at yourself as mixed race? You don't look at yourself as black, right? Or Mexican? You look at yourself as like I'm a mixed race guy.
Yeah. I'm black and Mexican, man.
Yeah. I agree
I
with
don't
that.
like
Yeah.
people. I don't like people, bro. That you know what I'm saying? Cause look, man, when I was in YA, right, there was other uh mixed breeds. You feel me? And then there was like straight black Southsiders, like they was just straight black.
Oh
You feel
shit.
me?
Yeah.
And they be all like, I know fool, like it's fucking crazy, like. And I used to be like,
Yeah.
nigga,
Oh, he
ain't
used to
your
be like
name, nigga, ain't your name Jerome, nigga?
Jerome Johnson.
Your name Jerome Johnson, nigga, G Quell the third, nigga. Shut your ass up, nigga. Then look, hey, this ain't even really funny, but look, that shit used to be so goofy to me because you know what I'm saying. Like I'm both,
Yeah,
I'm both races. I love both races equally. I had to learn that about myself because I did feel one point where I was saying I was either this or the other. I'm just black or I'm just Mexican. Depending on where I was and what environment and
wow.
projects I was, you know what I'm saying, had to get them up with other people that was my color, but just a little bit darker. So, you know what I'm saying? If people know that like the skin tone thing is evident wherever. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go. You know, they got dark Boricuas, they got
Yeah,
light skinned Boricuas. They got dark skinned Dominicans, they got light skinned Dominicans. It all depends from their actual ancestry, their
yep.
bloodline. You
Right,
feel
right,
me?
right.
If they had any Spaniard blood in them, you feel me, or any European blood, that's why they're lighter. You feel me?
Yeah,
That's why they might have colored eyes. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this is that basically, you know what I'm saying, my own people was doing that to me and they at one point made me feel like I had to be one or the other.
wow.
But
Yeah,
later on, I'm like, nigga, I learned to accept. I'm like, man, I'm a nigga and I'm Mexican, bro.
yeah.
What you
I'm
talking
gonna be
about? Like,
me. I'm gonna
what's
be me.
happening?
You gotta be
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, you can't don't disrespect Mexicans. Don't disrespect my people, my black people. Period.
yeah, and I agree with that.
Cause
It's
I'm
just be
both.
yeah. People are ignorant. They'll just be like, "Oh, you Dominican? Oh, you just black?" Nah, like if you know the history, you always tell me that Taino, European,
Yeah,
and black blood. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
And to go back what you said a little while ago, the soil you walk, like where you raised, like what hood are you growing up in? You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in the South Bronx, it was a lot of blacks in my block.
They didn't even know what a Dominican was
They
back then.
didn't
Right?
even know what a Dominican was back then. You know what I'm saying? But
facts. Yeah,
I blended in. I hung out with a bunch of black dudes, and it was, people be like, "Yo, you're not Dominican. You black." Because I was around black people all the time. I had black girlfriends. That's
yeah,
just the
straight
way.
up.
That's all it was. It was
Yeah,
regular. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Cause even like I saw an interview with Will I Am from the Black
Black
Eyed
Eyed
Peas,
Peas. Yeah,
and he grew up in he's a black
East
cholo.
Los, East Los
Oh yeah,
Angeles.
yeah. You did
Yeah,
say
and
that. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I'm like tripping, and I hear him talking, and I'm like, cause yeah, you are this color. You're a Cuban, or you're a Mexican, or you're Canadian. But it's like, what block, what soil are you stepping on? What who are you growing around with all the time? Like there's Africans that moved to Germany, and now they Germans. You know what I mean?
For
exactly.
sure.
Come
So
on, pops ain't get. That's what I'm saying, bro. People don't. They just don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? People.
nah,
That's why when you ask that question, we got more logical and sophisticated answers. You feel me for the people? It's not like, no, you're Mexican. You can never say nigga. Nigga, on my mama, bro. You say it's bad. Like, bro, shut up. Like, nigga, it doesn't really matter, bro. What matters is the soil you stepping on, what your bloodline, nigga, what your history is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm pretty sure you guys already done seen out there. There's motherfucking random like motherfuckers that be in gangs you wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Random ass
yeah,
race.
yeah,
Thugging
yeah.
though. You know what I'm saying? It just matters on yourself, bro. What you represent. How
It
you
really
present
does.
yourself. Or
It
if you
really
just
do.
doing it off the cloud too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. A lot of people in Southern California, you feel me? At one point, because I was in the system in YA. So I seen firsthand at around that time how it was. It was racist as hell.
yeah.
All the Southsiders was damn near racist. There was probably about two, three, only a few limited of them that was not racist, and they didn't
Wow.
really care too much for that. But the rest was pushing NK. Feel me? And that mean, yeah, you do the
Wow.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was pushing that in that motherfucker. But and they would you feel me when they would try to disrespect me through the doors and shit, same shit. They call me the N word.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
with the ER,
They
right?
disrespect. Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
that. See, that's the thing I don't like about y'all generation with that. It's an A or it's an ER. It don't matter, man. You're not
It
supposed to
don't
say
even
that
matter.
word. If you say it, I mean, not that you're not supposed to say it, but you know by the way the person say it. It don't matter. The A. Some white guy sat around and said, "I said nigger, but I said it with an A. I didn't say it with the ER." Like, who came up with that shit? And everybody says that.
Oh
Ain't just y'all
shit.
too.
yeah.
I be like, what the?
Hey, now
Nah, like
straight up though.
so we got you got the Discord
Yeah, I got the
thing. We
Discord.
got some tough questions coming up for you. So
Well, I'll skip
this is
some.
from the
Yeah.
actual group. This is from the actual
Like the
fans.
community, Discord community. Join Jerry TV's Discord communities. We link below. So I guess we'll do. Ask him about Babyfacewood and how he's. Well, I guess we could just speak on Babyfacewood. How did that connection come about?
So Babyfacewood, I wanna say my boy GB had hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I already followed Babyfacewood because my boy Seventh Letter Sav
Shout
from
out to
out
him.
here,
Yeah.
he was bringing them around. You feel me? He was bringing them to his hood and the whole shit. So I was seeing his face around already. You feel me? And I guess Wood was going back and forth from Sac back to Washington. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So one time I guess GB had some work out there, you feel me, and he wanted to link up with Wood, and I was like, shit, man, I'm a rock shit. I tagged along and we mobbed out there, you feel me? That's how we did that whole shit. We met up with AC out there. And that was my first time actually, you feel me, meeting up with that nigga, you feel me? But I seen him beforehand. Like, okay, this nigga hard. But that was the first time, you know what I'm saying? He was cool young nigga, you feel me? Time, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, how old is you, bro? I was like, okay, that's what's up, bro. Like, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He on his shit for his age and shit. But I seen his homies, they showed us a good time. We smoked, chilled, kicked it, partied, the whole shit.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Babyface Wood. We were in contact with some of his
With his brother,
people,
his actual
his
brother.
actual brother, and we were trying to line up an interview, but he's currently incarcerated.
Yeah.
So it would probably be a phone call. So when you see this, let's make it happen, Babyface.
And also, can we speak of your like weight loss journey? How'd you get into like the whole fitness thing? Like I seen like in your Shimo Media, you were like at a different weight, and then the other Shimo Media or like videos down the road, you just were had a skinnier face. You know what I'm saying? How'd you come up with like the weight loss journey and all that good stuff?
So I think it was probably about like 2020. I had just got out of jail. I was going in and out of jail for dumbass shit.
Oh shit.
Eating hella food and just I got comfortable. That's all it was. I got comfortable with myself, got all my boys and shit. And I was just thinking about like, man, I'm finna get these niggas in sports and all that shit, but I'm not even on my shit. Like I need to wake it up. And
Yeah.
I was doing time thinking about this. I was incarcerated at the time. I'm like, man, I need to get it together. So I started in there. You feel me? Obviously, it's mandated program,
Oh,
but that was the kickoff for me. You feel me? It
birthday.
also like it also kind of like woke my game up. Like, damn, because I was hella out of breath and smoking hella backwoods and drinking Hennessy and all this other extra ass shit, eating a bunch of bullshit junk. I was wounded. I was whooped in there. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting through with it, but I was wounded. And I didn't like that feeling, you feel me? So I promised to myself that, you feel me, I was gonna at least work on that shit still when I got released. Cause it's not really normal for motherfuckers to stay on their shit, you feel me, when they get released. It just
Right, right, right,
goes
right.
back to partying, kicking it and shit. So I got released and it just so happened my cousin Flacco, you feel me, the one that shoots my videos now. Now he's a vid- videographer now, big time. But uh he was working out at the same time too. So nigga, I just made that nigga, you feel me, my gym cuz, you feel me? They say gym bro, whatever it is.
Yeah,
This is my
yeah,
gym
Jen
cuz.
Cuz.
We from the same hood, you feel me? My cuz, he working out, getting his money. He got about like 5 kids. I got my 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? We like, bro, we got kids, we gotta be on top of our shit. So that's where it started, and we just started going crazy. He was already like had like karate body, you feel me? Like skinny and just cut up and shit. So he was telling me like, man, this is all I've been doing, like pull ups and dips and all this other shit, push ups. I'm like, man, I've been doing burpees. You feel me? Like, so we kind of like pushed each other to do either or. Like, I just got out of county. You feel me? So I'm like, nigga, we got to we got to implicate more burpees. This nigga like, well, you need to do some pull ups and shit. I'm like, nigga, I can't even get a pull up. I'm like
Yeah.
206 sloppy. I'm like weak as fuck when
Yeah.
I go to the gym with this nigga. So that was the first call right there. I was like, hell nah. That's what hit it off the bat. And then me and this nigga was just continue to stay on our shit. Been an up down journey though. I ain't gonna lie. It's not like once I started, I just stayed on. I done fell off for a few months, but I doubled back. You know what I'm saying? Get back on track.
Yeah.
It's a grind.
And shout out Thumbs too. Thumbs does his burpees also. And I know you guys
Yeah, yeah,
went
my
did some workout shit.
yeah, yeah. So my nigga Thumbs, right? He had got out the pen and shit, and then he was out for a few years. And one of his partners had directed him towards us, me and my cousin Flocks,
Mm.
because you know we was doing our shit at the time, nigga, going crazy. So Thumps reached out, we follow each other and shit. I'm like, hey man, I send mines, I see you getting your shit. You feel me? Get to know a little bit more about him and whatnot. We link up. First link up, we just smoking and shit, chilling. Next link up, we busting down. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So once we locked in with Thumps, we trying to tell him like nigga that he has some type of leverage to take his social media platform to make it big. You feel me?
Facts.
And he was just like, man, see, he's like, well, that's what I was already trying to do. You feel me? And I seen y'all making content and doing this and that. And I was like, man, to be real, like I do music. So you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? That's my image. And that's what the people want from me.
Right, right.
That's I said it's a part of my journey. And yes, people like to see it, but they don't want to see constant content of me working out. If they got a bunch of constant content of me working out and no music,
Unfollow.
they're gonna be like, what the fuck this nigga? Yeah, what is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
nigga doing?
This
Is
nigga
you is
You
you
did
a
a career,
fitness influencer, nigga, or
did
a
a
rapper?
career
Nigga?
change. You did a career
is,
change.
Make up your mind, nigga. Make up your mind.
is you Brock
But
Lesnar or
Nah, straight up. So I told Thumps like, man, I just do this, you feel me, for myself, and I create content every now and then. But I'm like, man, you could actually do this shit, you feel me, and this could be your shit. So
Yeah.
we laced him up, you feel me, on how to do little things, nigga. He created his TikTok, nigga, started going viral on TikTok, and shit, you see him. He's been doing
Going
his thing since
crazy.
then. So,
Yeah, shout
so
out to
yeah,
Yeah.
Thumps. Shout out to Thumps. He's a
yeah,
friend of the show. We got an interview with him.
Genuine dude
If you
too.
don't know who Thumps is, go look up JBTV Thumps with a Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yep, yep, yeah, man, he doing
He's
good,
solid.
man.
Yeah.
He got Yeah, yeah, he doing his thing, man. That's what anybody should be doing that done did all that time and has a second chance at life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
100%.
And
his
in
story is
order to
crazy.
advance, yeah, exactly. In order to
Story's
advance,
crazy.
it demands change. So he doing what he doing.
But you dropped like 6 albums or something like that, right? Like a lot of You got a lot of music.
Back then. But now I'm just waiting on a few other things, and I'm gonna be dropping some more. I just dropped that one Northern Cali old school. I'm finna drop a new EP called "Separate to Elevate."
Okay.
Okay.
They asked this in the Discord, but they said, beef aside, do you like any Southsider music?
Nope.
Okay.
You know the answer to
Yeah,
that.
that's like
Each side say the same answer.
Nah, the re- I mean, it's because I don't slap it. I don't be bumping it.
Right, right, right.
I don't
No,
really,
I
I don't
respect
really
that.
be thinking. I don't really be thinking like. I mean, and it's not even we. We're not gonna even narrow it down to Southsider music. There's even some homies on slap for the same
yeah, that's
reason.
true.
Ain't no bias over here, nigga. Either you shit slap it or it
Yeah,
don't.
I agree with
And
that.
from my perspective, you know what I'm saying. When I'm listening to music, I want to bob my head. I want to be having some type of rhythm to it. But I also want to see what you kicking. Like, what is you saying? You know what I'm saying? Is there a message behind it? Are you teaching me something? Are you letting me know something about your past history? If you ain't telling me nothing, then your song doesn't have no substance. and I'm gonna rate you as a trash rapper based off that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he does views, but he's doing numbers. I don't care. You feel me? You
Yeah.
asking me why I don't like the person's music or why I don't listen to it? That's why. And that's why I create the music that I create. It's because you feel me? I know it got bigger substance. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
gonna live on longer than all that goofy shit that motherfuckers be trying to just put out because it sounds good at the time.
For sure. Have you turned down features because the songs are whack or no?
Uh like paid features?
Yeah.
Or you talking about yeah, paid
I guess
features?
both. Yeah, I guess both, right?
Because I'm getting paid. I don't
Yeah,
sometimes I don't really give
yeah.
a fuck what you sounding like. I mean, that's on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You coming out your pockets and investing your money in me. So what you sound like,
That's
I
on you.
shit, I really don't give a fuck what you sound like. You could come on that motherfucker whispering, hooling, hollering. I wouldn't give a fuck, nigga, as long as I get my chicken McNuggets.
Yeah. I'm
But
crying.
you see, now I'm a piggyback off that. I ain't always like that because it depends on like you feel me. Like, am I needing for that shit? If not, more than likely, I'm not gonna even reply back
Mm.
or even fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But if I need the chicken, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna get that bag. Bills need to be paid, nigga.
100%.
That's easy mathematics. You feel me?
Yeah. I would say how like when you walk around Northern California, do you get recognized a lot? I always wondered that for like the homie rappers up there. Like, are you guys getting recognized like everywhere you go and shit like that?
Yeah, my mama's. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but
Yeah.
shit, I know I am. Everywhere I go, they be fucking with me. Plus, because just my style, you feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'm a smooth ass nigga with it. Like so, I'm humble with it. So I don't be trying to act hella hard, and then people that got kids and shit that are fans, they know that they could trust me and shit. You feel me? I'm not gonna be sitting there all goofy, drunk, on fucking
Yeah.
spilling shit over. Or, all right, what's up? Throwing gang signs. Like I'm mindful. I make sure that I tell the little niggas, you feel me, kick some type of game. I made a rule to myself. You feel me? If it's with little niggas, I gotta kick at least one piece of game to them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Drop
right.
one gem. One gem. If they
Yeah.
listen, they listen. If not, it is what it is. I already done been there and done that. But what matters is that when you make that interaction with them little niggas or whoever, supporters, fans, at least drop a little gem or show some love in return
Yeah.
for them
That's
fucking with
maturity,
your
man.
music.
That's maturity. That's what you got. That's called
Yeah,
maturity.
man, I'm grown, bro. I got 3 boys, so
Yeah.
like when motherfuckers talk about all the shit like on the internet, like the shit is really just internet. I got kids. I'm right here at my house right now. Like don't get it twisted. Like I'll be outside, but the new outside for me is really just being with my family, with the ones that I love. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my kids to sports, practice, training.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm working out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole new outside. It ain't the outside partying in the clubs. It ain't the outside, like you know what I'm saying? The closest I come to doing anything is some real smooth kickback cruising. We
Mm.
go, we go to the park, man. We got all the cars cruising down the shit. Everybody kicking back, barbecuing. That's the main thing I'm gonna do. You feel me? Go to Old Sac, right there in Sacramento. We got something called Old Sac. It's like an old town, historical shit. Pop up out there. I know everybody, damn near like family and shit. So it's like in my city, it'd be lovely. I'm sitting there, hey, what's up, cousin? What's up, Theo? What's up?
Yeah.
All in Old Sac with it, you feel me?
Yeah,
Like
for
I'm
sure.
good. But that's the new outside for me, you feel me? So yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm on that type of shit.
Yeah, the reason I asked that because I just want to know the reach and like if and I always ask Pops this like is it possible as a Northern California artist to just be successful, right? Just only in that region, you know? Like, do you think there's a lot of money to be made in just that region alone, or you have to expand? That's like just my question.
Nah, you gotta expand. You gotta get up out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't stay in no bro. People think they could stay up in the side of the box and they gonna get up out the box. Don't make sense. You gonna
Yeah.
trap yourself in the box. You gonna stay in the box. In order to get out the box, you got to open up a door, nigga, and get to wandering, get to exploring.
Right.
For reals.
For
And then
sure. For
motherfuckers,
sure.
like, you know what I'm saying? People so simple minded, they'll start thinking, okay, I got to get outside the box. So
Mm.
they go outside of that box and they in another box. And then they just explore that spot. They're like, well, I got outside the box. Like,
That's a good
nah,
point.
nigga, this shit don't stop. If you want your shit to expand and grow, you got to think about besides Southern California, besides California, period, besides states, nigga, then you gotta start thinking country. This is worldwide shit if you want to be someone that's known in different regions and have different demographics. Takes more than that. That's what I realized. And that's why, I am what I am. I can't take that back.
Yeah.
I'm a Northern Cali artist. That's who I am. But hey, I'm gonna start making moves that's gonna put me outside of that. You feel me?
For sure.
100%. Oh, would you link up with any like I don't know if you have, but like any square Southern California people, like like some square rappers who are not like on some. Have you linked up with any yet?
Nah, not really. I mean, I linked up with Southern Cali artists like as far as like Crips and shit go, Bloods,
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Rules and shit, yeah. But
okay, man, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's it. I got something with Zoe Sama. I got something with my nigga Teasy. I got something with my nigga Pookie too motherfucking rude.
Okay,
Look him up all those artists, man. Those are my dogs, man. But yeah, I linked up with them, man, and we made some music. I got that shit in the vault right now. You feel me? I ain't even dropped. So that's what I'm gonna do too. Shit like that, make the connection down that way. You feel me? In Southern Cali with the artists down there that are Bloods and Crips. Cause
yeah,
just because I ain't gonna do nothing with no Southern California artists as far as a Southerner goes, doesn't mean I can't go out there politic and
yeah,
do some business with the Bloods and the Crips and the Hoovers and shit like that out there. You feel me? Because it ain't our politics. They know that it ain't our politics, and the Southerners know that it ain't the L.A. Bloods and Crips their politics either. So it's like it is what it is. Plus, you feel me? It's all about how you conduct yourself.
hundred
You
percent.
don't just go out there. You feel me? Oh yeah, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? J
Posting and
Cash.
shit.
Nah, cause you see, bro, that's the shit, bro. I don't really condone that shit. That shit retarded, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm too I'm too grown for that shit, man. You know what
100%.
I'm saying? It's all about business, man. We gotta go out there, execute business, boom, make it back home safely, man.
Nah, for sure. Me and Pops, we're probably gonna make it out to Northern California probably this year. What's some advice you could give us? I would say, to just in general, like when we're in Northern California.
Shit, well, we make it down this way, just tap in, cause we're gonna make sure you straight. We'll make sure you guys see the full fledged Northern California culture, man.
100%.
Yeah, we're gonna pull
You
up.
guys see the
We planning it.
yeah, you guys will see the first hand experience, man. We'll make sure you guys feel at home, man.
Appreciate that. And I want to do this segment. We have a new segment on the channel where with every interview, we ask the person we're interviewing, do you have any pops? Do you have any advice for pops? Not advice for pops.
You have a question for
A
me
question for you.
about life or something that
Yeah.
you need to address that maybe an old ass motherfucker like me can maybe point you in the right direction. And if you don't, that's cool too, because we have people say, "Nah, don't." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
share
yeah.
people's
Nah, nah,
intuition.
nah. Straight up. I would say you. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, because I'm 67 years
Uh,
old. You know?
Nah, man, I'm 67. Man. All right,
Nigga said, nigga said,
all
nah.
right. 67.
He said,
Let
nah.
me see. Not really pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sharp, man. I see, you know what I'm saying? I know you well educated and shit.
Be
Hey,
smooth with it.
hey,
Be
hey,
smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? Rico2Smoove in the
hey,
building.
on mamas, man. It helped me, it kind of encouraged me because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I know that, my education, what I'm speaking, you backing it up. So you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah, yeah.
stamping that. So at the end of the day, man, I just hope everybody that watch this motherfucker, don't just sit there trying to look for any negative shit. Try to
100%.
soak up some game, man. You know what I'm saying? In interviews, when I be watching interviews, I just be trying to soak up some game, really. Sometimes I
Yeah,
write shit down just so I could, you feel me? It ain't copying, it's just trying to, you feel me? Soak it up.
yeah. You mentioned he mentioned Che Guevara. I read his well, I didn't read all of it because the biography is like this big, so I'll be capping if I said I did. But I read like a half of it, and I watched a lot of documentaries on him. And that guy was a lot of people hate him because he had an evil side in him too
Exactly.
when he was running with Castro. But he also had this big picture of uniting all the Latinos throughout
South America or
South
Central
America.
America,
It's like,
I believe he was trying to take. It's not Argentina, it's another
Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Yeah, you told me about this back
Yeah,
in the
because
day.
Bolivia connects to like four countries, so he wanted to make that like the capital of the whole South America. Like his vision was
yeah,
crazy.
facts.
He he
It's like what
eventually he got killed by the people that we were talking about earlier. He even went to Africa and fought with the Africans in the Congo to try to
People don't
fix
talk about
that.
that.
So
Yeah.
it's really deep, deep, deep. That's deep, bro.
it gets deep, man. It gets deep. That's what I'm saying, man. Just gotta tell these youngins, listen to that them slaps, you feel me, where I be talking that shit, man. I be talking about real knowledge, man. You gotta soak that up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
factual,
ain't gonna have too many rappers that there ain't too many other rappers, you feel me, doing it. It ain't
Yeah.
what's in right now.
Nah, it ain't.
But hey, it is what it is, you feel me? Someone gotta do it. Pac did it for us, you know what I'm saying, as well as other conscious rappers that, speak on subjects. You know what I'm saying? Those are my flavors, you feel me? Because they actually teaching us, uh letting us be aware of these things, you know what I'm saying, and telling us the things we need to do in order to fight against these things. And
100%.
time and time again, it gets shut out, or them boys start coming through, you feel me, and shut
They
them
cleaning
out.
it up. They're cleaning it up.
Shit.
But before we get out of
Yeah.
here, we want to thank you for definitely coming on the show. But let the people know what what products you got coming out as far as music, content, videos, what you're doing with Shimo. Tell them about Colorado coming up, your show, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So right now, man, the next video we working on off the album is Gentrification. That's off the Northern Cali old school. We're gonna have that thing whipped up real soon, and we're gonna be dropping that thing. We might follow up on one more called Pain Homage. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Black Sea from RBL Posse. Shout out Frisco. Uh, we're gonna put that together. That's gonna be something nice, man. I mentioned all the Northern Cali legends in that one, so I'm hoping that I could gather them up and get them to pop out for a video. Moving
That'd be dope.
forward, I'm gonna follow up with another 5-track EP called Separate to Elevate. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And I'm gonna do the kind of same same strategy that I did with the Northern Cali old school with
Mm.
this one. Drop a few videos to go with it. You know what I'm saying? To keep the content up. Um, Denver on the 14th, Greeley, Colorado. Yeah, so not Denver, my bad. Greeley, Colorado. We finna be out there live and direct. You know what I'm saying? Me
14th for what? What
May,
month?
right?
What month? May?
next month. Or
May
wait, what's
14th. May 14th.
wait?
You'll be in
What's next
That's
April.
month?
April.
Oh
That's
no,
April.
do it
Yeah.
June. My
Oh, in
bad.
June. Okay, okay.
June 14th, so it's plenty of time. Go get your
June.
tickets.
Yeah.
You might have to
Plenty
do
of
a second
time,
show.
man.
You said it's sold out, right?
Yeah, nah. Last time it was sold out. We gonna see
Okay,
what
okay.
this thing talking about. We might sell it out again. Shit, who knows? But what else I got cooking up? Finna have my own live rosin infused THC syrup.
Oh,
It's
that's
finna-
gonna go
Okay.
crazy.
that mu- yeah, that motherfucker finna be dropping shit. Hopefully within a month.